Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to go ahead and give my review on Love and Hip Hop Huntsville. Now, listen, this is one of the. This episode was good. Girl, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Love and Marriage Huntsville is probably one of the best reality TV shows on TV. Girl, this season, they took a break. But I think we are probably at how many episodes now? 20. Because I think before the break, they were already on episode like 15 or something like that. We're on episode 7. So we're already like at 22 episodes, I think. And I can't think of one episode that was just really just like, girl, bad. And we still have a few more episodes to go. Love and Marriage Huntsville is a good reality show. Now, with that being said, all right. This clearly was an episode of who can we place the blame on? That was the blame game. The blame game. That was what this episode was about. Let's just get into the episode, okay? I have a lot to say. So some of the stuff I may say, it may not be in any particular order. However, you'll get the point by the end of the video. All right, so Stormy and Destiny. Not Stormy and Destiny. Stormy and, I don't know why I put Destiny. Stormy and Melody. Stormy and Mel, they meet up. Melody is, I guess, taking some pictures for her, I think her skincare line. Business is doing great for Stormy. I think that she's expanding and in more stores. I think Walmart. I think she has more shelf space. I forgot, but basically, excuse me, business is doing great for Stormy. She tells. See, this is the thing about Stormy, right? Okay, Stormy doesn't necessarily want to have a relationship, a friendship with Destiny. She just don't want no beef. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to be friends, but girl, we ain't got to have no beef either. You know, girl, when we come around each other, we don't have to, you know, be sitting there with both our faces scrunched up and girl ready to tap each other, you know, in the name of the Lord. Girl, ready to do some furniture moving. Because when we really get down to the bottom of it, girl, we really don't have no beef. That's what Melody said, you know, some episodes ago. And that actually is true, girl. Y'all don't have no beef. The problem is one of the problems that they're having is that Destiny doesn't know how to not mix business with pleasure. She mad from the business side because basically Stormy can't or won't put her products in Destiny's store. No tea, no shade, a store that from what I understand is always closed. Because as many times as I done seen Destiny at that store, because Destiny has had, let me say something. Destiny, girl. I think one of the things that I came to in a lot, I ain't gonna say a lot, some of the viewers is, I don't think in reality TV show history has anyone been able to have an entire episode shot at their business. I know I'm going backwards. Let me just get this off my chest. And the simple fact that Destiny had an entire hour, girl, of Love and Marriage Huntsville shot at her location. And at the end of that episode, she left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth because of the way that she was behaving at her business. Oh, Destiny girl, it just wasn't a good look. I don't want her business to suffer. Some of y'all said that, I guess, somebody told me that, I don't know, girl. I don't keep up with none of these girls outside of the show. Anyways, Destiny feels like Melody made a beeline to Miss Wanda. Basically, Mel started to fight. Okay. So with Stormy, I get Stormy doesn't care about having a friendship with Destiny. She just don't want no beef. Girl, we can be around each other. Hey, girl, how you doing? How the kids doing? Okay, then we leave the scene. We ain't never got to see each other again until the next scene. Okay, girl, whatever. But if you just had a conversation with Destiny and Destiny said that basically maybe it was a miscommunication on Stormy's part, because from what I remember, it was kind of like, girl, if we're going to build whatever we're going to build or work on or whatever we're going to work on or possibly have a friendship, we should keep Melody out of it. But then you do a 180 and go straight to Melody and say, well, girl, I had a conversation with Destiny, and Destiny think that you pretty much started to mess at the shop. It almost kind of, in a way, proves Destiny's point of, girl, you're shady. Girl, I don't want to be around you. Because if we just had a conversation about possibly building a friendship and keeping Melody out of it, why would you then go back to her after we just had this conversation and report to her of what I said? I mean, if you really want to get down to it, that day, Melody did start the fight that day. See, this is the thing. It depends on what lens you're looking through it. If you're looking at it through a, who started the fight that day? Melody started the fight that day. However, when you go back to season 1 and build your way up, we could say that Wanda started the fight. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like when I talk about Married to Medicine with Audra and Toya. If you look at that episode with Married to Medicine when Toya and Audra got into that fight, if you look at it at that day, you would probably say, oh my God, they were ganging up on Toya. You see, because the girls were ganging up on Toya. But if you start at the beginning, you would be like, oh girl, Toya actually been messing with Audra. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. Melody says that people want to be like Mel, got drama with everybody. Girl, the people is your ex-husband, Martell. Martell is the one that goes around and tells people that, girl, basically you are going to be disposed of. You're easily disposable, right? If you do something that Melody doesn't like, she is going to cut the cord on your friendship. Those are the things that, when you say people want to be like Mel, got drama with everybody, I think you meant to say Martell goes around telling people. Okay. Tiffany and Lou. This is the thing. Basically, she gonna take whatever. What is it called? A IUD, a IDU, a DUI. Girl, I don't know, girl. The thing that you have, basically birth control. She's taking whatever she has inside of her out. That doesn't even sound right. They're gonna plan. They're gonna work on having a baby. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking, okay? I get that most pregnancies are accidental, okay? Girl, you go out, girl, have some Hennessy, girl, go hop on a D and do a full split. Girl, you thinking that it's Taco Bell that you ate after the club. Girl, no, baby, that's baby gut, okay? 6 weeks later, your stomach, girl, 2 months later, your stomach still, girl, grumbling and rumbling, okay? And you trying to figure out, girl, why that's at Taco Bell, girl. You ate Taco Bell 3 months ago, girl. So pregnancies are accidental. We know that. I guess I just don't like the fact that I don't know. I guess I don't like the fact that Tiffany is basically kind of like, I didn't plan the first pregnancy, so why am I planning the second one? Like, I don't want to overplan. Like, I don't know. It just sounds weird to me that I don't know. It just sounds weird to me that. What's the problem with? I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'm reaching. Girl, it's okay to plan a pregnancy. It's okay to even overplan a pregnancy, girl. Okay. I would think that it will be. I would think that it would be better to overplan than to, girl, up and get knocked up and you didn't want no baby to begin with. Or you don't want to be pregnant again to begin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, girl. Whatever, child. So the group is meeting up. Hey, I said, hey, okay. So the checks have cleared. Okay. The season 5 checks from Oprah. Because old girl, what's her name? Old girl. Martell's baby mama. The one who said she want to have a conversation with Oprah. Okay. Because she feel like, girl, that interview was still hilarious to me. Girl, I said, okay, girl, so the girls is driving around Huntsville, Alabama in cars that cost more than their homes. Girl, I said, so, okay, Maurice got was that a Bentley or a Rolls Royce? Girl, I'm not trying to be funny. And this is no shade to nobody in Huntsville, Alabama at all, because I am from a very, 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 very small town. Like, girl, the town I'm from makes Huntsville look like New York City, okay? But girl, where y'all going in Huntsville, Alabama with a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or that car that Marceau got? I've been seeing that car that Marceau got with the doors that let. Girl, where is y'all going? Cause Marceau and Tisha almost look like they live in a trailer house. So it's like, girl, where are y'all going with this girl? Probably $100,000 car, a 6-figure car. I don't know. It just looks crazy to me. But girl, maybe some of the girls will say I'm hating. Some of the girls will say I'm hating, girl. But I was like, okay, it's cute. Okay, the checks are clearing. The girls are buying Bentleys, and I think Mama Kimmy, she got a Range Rover. I said, girl, OWN is treating the girls right. I said, maybe we need to get down to OWN, okay? But anyways, everybody is getting dressed up. Martell wants to call a meeting for everyone to basically have a discussion. I felt like they were getting dressed up. So, when people get dressed up, they tend not to want to fight. When the girls got on tennis shoes and sandals, the girls gonna lace up, and girl, we're gonna get to molly-whopping and windmilling. You know what I'm saying? So they're driving. Kimmy and Maurice are driving. How are we going to engage and not fight anymore? By we're, you mean Wanda? No, by we're we mean Marceau, Martell, and Maurice. Because this is the thing. About the only one that really has room to talk is Kimmy. Okay? Y'all know I go up for Kimmy, baby. But the only one that really got room to talk is Kimmy. But even with that being said, I noticed throughout the episode how Kimmy didn't want to include her man in on the fuck shit. Like even when they were in the confessional, what did she say? I think Maurice was saying that I don't want the same energy that Mel had that day. And then Kimmy said, R. Martell, R. Marceau, and I added R. Maurice. Yo nigga was out there on the concrete tussling too, trying to tussle too. So don't be leaving out Maurice like Maurice wasn't out there with the shits. Because if you really want to be honest about it, Maurice is the reason why the girls got to swinging in the first place. Part of the reason why the girls got to tussling in the first place. Because Martell was walking away until Maurice grabbed him. And we want to be technical about it, okay? Now that's what I saw on my TV screen. Now I don't know what y'all saw on y'all's. Anyways, Kimmy says that a lot of people throw jabs but can't take a jab. Oh, it was little shade. And girl, how long have I been saying this? We get into this back and forth, right? And people want to. I think I brought this up last season on Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, we sit back. You see somebody throw shade at somebody, and then that person, bitch, throws a whole tree. And then everybody is like, oh my God, it wasn't that deep. But the truth of the matter is, whose measuring stick are we using when it comes to shade? Because if I shade you and then, bitch, you throw the whole backyard at me, I can't turn around and be, well, I guess I could, but I can't turn around and be like, girl, it wasn't that deep, it wasn't that serious because, you know, you wouldn't have threw the backyard at me if I wouldn't have thrown nothing at you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to. It's like people want to throw shade and you don't realize who you're throwing the shade to. And then when this person comes back and bitch throws a whole backyard at you, then everybody want to stand around and clutch their pearls. Oh my God, it wasn't that deep. Why you go that low? Why you do that? Why you say that? Well, if the bitch wouldn't have said nothing to me, then I wouldn't have said nothing to her. You see how that works? Let's start at the beginning. Okay? I was over here minding my business. If she wouldn't have said nothing to me, then I wouldn't have said what I said to her. It's really that simple. All right, let's keep on going. Mel calls Martell. Can I say something? Can I say something? Martell, you can't do shit without Melody. Girl, the simple fact that Martell is the one who put this meeting together, Melody calls him, and he has to ask Melody, so like, what we gonna do? Like, are we trying to be friends? I would have respected Martell much more if Melody would have called him and Martell would have been like, so listen, this is what I want to do. I want to go in. I want us to be on this page when it comes to the kids, blah, 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 blah. At least if you're going to be the man and act like you got some nuts and balls and you run shit, at least act like it. Nigga, you can't even act like it. Girl. Melody got to tell you how we going to go to your meeting that your black ass set up. And y'all want to sit here and try to act like Martell was over there at that house. Not y'all, I'm sorry, not y'all. Some people, not y'all, because we got some sense now, okay? Now since we know exactly what was going on over there at the whole house, but some people want to get online acting like, girl, like I saw somebody put on Twitter, I hope it wasn't one of y'all, but I saw somebody put on Twitter, the Scotts, the Holtz, could teach Destiny how to do business. No, you mean the Scotts and Melody could teach Destiny how to do business because Martell can't do shit. In the conversation. Okay, so anyways, girl. All right. So Tisha says that I wasn't there. I was on the inside. That I told you, that's why I thought she was over there talking to Miss Wanda, but that's why I did not understand how Marceau was trying to put this on Tisha. Because Tisha wasn't even around. Tisha followed your instructions to shut up, right? Remember you told her you were going to handle it? And then we look up and you over there, girl, losing control of your emotions? About to fight? Tisha, come here. Come here, Tisha. Just come in, just come closer. I have always, for the girls who have been watching my reviews on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I have always had a soft spot for Tisha. I don't know why. But I have. Do I think Tisha is perfect? No. My girl is Kimmy. But I've always had a soft spot for Tisha. But Tisha, you do be full of shit sometimes. We have to call a thing a thing. Tisha calls Miss Wanda on speakerphone. And she wants to hear what Miss Wanda has to say before they go into this meeting. Because Tisha's whole purpose of going to this meeting is to defend her mama no matter what. Okay? That's Tisha's whole MO. I don't care what none of y'all heifers got to say. I'm going to defend my mama. So it sounds like Tisha, of course, is trying to coach Miss Wanda at one point. So you never mention the name. You never mention I'm talking about your daughter. Girl. And then she says to Marceau, Mel likes to play with words. No, Tisha, sweetie. That's exactly what you just did. In this entire scene, you're playing with words. Because even if Miss Wanda said, your last child, the last child, oh, I'm starting to get loud. The last child that Melody and Martell had was a girl. So she doesn't have to say the name. She doesn't have to say your daughter, the girl. We know the last child that Melody had. So for you to then sit in this car and try and act like Melody is the one who plays the words, and maybe she does, but you're doing the same exact thing. Then Marceau says, I don't care what she does, I'm accountable for me and mine. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Martell tells us that he's a dangerous man. Martell? I mean, not Martell, Marceau. Marceau. Marceau could probably whoop my ass. He'll know he got into a fight afterwards. Okay? But girl, I wouldn't put Marceau down as a dangerous man. A dangerous man? No, girl. You're not dangerous. Everybody gets there. It's clear as day. If I don't know if Carlos King made a phone call, maybe Oprah did. Maybe Mama Oprah did. I don't know, girl. It's clear as day that somebody that the producers got with them to me and basically told them that, girl, listen, y'all gonna get down there, y'all gonna act like y'all got some sense. Y'all gonna greet each other. Y'all gonna act like it was at the beginning when we first started Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because now all of a sudden, girl, Melody and Tisha hugging each other. Hey, how are you? Girl. Girl, if y'all don't get off my TV screen now, I'm not saying, girl, y'all gotta go in there and, I think I would have respected it more if they just would have been like, hey, Tisha, how are you? Hey, Mel, how are you? But this, hey! Girl, get off my TV screen. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with y'all. They're on the same page. They made I think that was Mark Reese and Kimmy who basically made a comment about them being on the same page. Blah blah blah. So this is the problem. No one wants to... Okay. Maurice did say, I think somewhere in the episode, he did make mention that they've all had parts to play. Somebody said it. So it was acknowledged. I think Martell said it. I also think Maurice said it too. That they've all played a part in the mess. Right? But the thing is, they're all trying to put it like on Wanda. And again, depending on what lens you're looking through this mess, you may say that Wanda is the one. But if you really want to be honest about it, Martell is the reason why a lot of this mess got started. Because if it wasn't for Martell making that comment about Marceau having 20 girlfriends, see the thing, this is the problem, right? Martell says things and then Wanda comes in and takes that information, and sometimes she gets the information mixed up possibly. But if it wasn't for Martell saying the things that he said, then Miss Wanda couldn't take that information. Like when you sit here and say that, when you question the paternity of the child that Melody, decided not to, go, the pregnancy that Melody decided to terminate. I don't know if y'all know, but Melody, I think, got pregnant once or twice with Martell. I can't remember. And one or both times, she decided at that moment she didn't want to have a baby. But if it wasn't for Martell questioning that baby, calling Melody a hoe on TV, saying that Melody was the cheater or cheated. I'm not making excuses for Wanda because, like I said in my last episode, quiet as it's kept, Wanda and Martell both need their ass whooped. Because, Miss Wanda, you taking information that's the wrong information, you twisting it and then turning it. But also, if Martell didn't put this information out there, Miss Wanda wouldn't have nothing to go off of. Not necessarily because, I guess not necessarily because she could still, Miss Wanda big on social media too. Then when you have somebody like Marceau, who after this man gets on TV and says that you have 20 girlfriends and you call him a good guy and he's a reliable friend, and even after y'all almost, bash each other's skulls in, you gonna have a conversation with him and then go home and blame your wife. And then say you still want to do business with him. So that's what I'm saying by, like, everybody has a part to play in this mess. It ain't just Wanda. It ain't just Wanda. It damn sure ain't just Wanda. And I feel like that was really the goal of Marceau and Martell, maybe even Melody. But I felt like the goal was to, who can we place the blame on to? Okay, we're just gonna say Wanda is the issue. When it's like Wanda is part of the issue, but she's not, because you can remove Wanda from it and you still gonna have that, it's still gonna be problems there. You see what I'm saying? So stop acting like if you remove Wanda, then that's gonna take a chunk of the issue away. It's not. It's not. It's not. Melody was correct though. I don't go tit for tat with your mama. She don't. She don't. This is the thing. The reason why Melody finally decided to say something to Wanda is because Melody don't fuck with Tisha no more. The reason why most of the people in the group have not said anything to Wanda is out of respect for Tisha, and that being Tisha's mother. But now, since Melody ain't never fooled with Wanda like that, right? But now I don't fuck with you either, Tisha. So your mama gonna get it. There have been times where Melody could have definitely gotten into Wanda's ass. Like when she made those comments about those children hair, Melody could have bopped Wanda then. But out of respect for Tisha, she was like, you know what, girl? That's her mama. I'm going to leave it alone. Marceau. Marceau gonna stay making Tisha look like a fool. I'm not saying that Marceau has to be as delusional as Tisha when it comes to her mama. But it would have, the same way that Melody and Martell tried to be on one page, even to a certain extent with Kimmy and Maurice, even if you didn't agree with the stuff that Tisha was saying about her mama, if you really wanted to have Tisha's back or support your wife, why just not say nothing at all? You see what I'm saying? It just goes to show again that, girl, Marceau, you not gonna have Tisha's back. You just not. And again, I wasn't buying nothing the shit that Tisha was saying either. But I would feel some type of way if we come into this situation and we're supposed to be this united front. And even if you don't like what my mama does or what I'm saying about my mama, you pretty much go against what I'm saying in front of the group when your ass could have just sat there and been quiet. Does that make sense? But Maurice basically tells Melody that she could have picked up the phone and called one. Melody don't. Girl, let me say something. Girl, I don't have to pick up the. Melody don't have to pick up the phone and call Wanda. Wanda didn't pick up the phone and call her. Wanda made her comments publicly. I'm gonna make mine publicly. He asked Melody, "What would you have done differently?" She said, "I would have done the same thing." I'm with her. That's when Marceau comes in and says, I agree with her actions. Maurice clutched his pearls. Marceau was right, though. That's the thing. Marceau was absolutely correct. Because you want, and see, this is the thing. But this is what happens when you deal with misogynistic men. They have a different set of rules for the men versus the women. Maurice wants Melody to pick up the phone and call Wanda about her kids, but you don't pick up the phone and call Tiffany or Louis about your child. Y'all want Wanda to stop acting a certain way on social media, but your ignorant ass brother Mark, who just basically got his feelings hurt by some woman on TV, acts a goddamn fool. You see what I'm saying? Marceau says that, what did he say? I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get into that in a little bit. So Marceau basically tells Maurice, you did the same thing with Tiffany. If Louis would have had that shot, you would have been tussling. Marceau was absolutely correct. Again, they just have a different set of rules for the women than they have for the men. I guess they want the women to act ladylike. It's just not Wanda. We've all gotten a response. Kimmy brings up Mark. Y'all's job is to control Mark. His feelings are hurt. Marceau be lying, talking out of both sides of his neck. Y'all heard when he said, I did. I pulled what I could pull. And then Kimmy said, I don't even think y'all try with Mark. And then he said, no, you're right. I don't try with Mark because trying will make it worse. You just said 5 seconds ago that you pull what you can pull. Then Kimmy says, I don't even think that y'all try with Mark. And then you say, you're right. I don't even try with Mark because trying will make it worse. Girl, what? And then she says, how we having this long ass conversation about Wanda, like she's willing to listen. And then Marceau said she's willing to listen. And then Melody said, you just said she don't listen. Girl, Marceau, that's what I'm saying. Like, they just trying to place the blame on Wanda. But the truth of the matter is, it's enough blame to go around the table. The only one that probably can be excluded from the mess is probably Kimmy. Because even with Wanda fucking with Melody still went to Destiny's shop that day to start some shit with Wanda. And that's just what it comes down to. I was about to say something, and I decided not to. They talk about boundaries, not acting a fool on social media. Martell said he's going to do his best not to act a fool. But then, girl, I don't know if y'all know, but you know Martell and Melody was going back and forth just a couple of months ago on social media. I mean, listen. It is what it is. I think that Wanda is a hot-ass mess. I do. I think that Melody had every right to cuss at Wanda, yell at Wanda, whatever she did. At this point, the truth of the matter is Melody really doesn't have to have a reason to go off on Wanda because Wanda has done enough shit in the past for Melody to low-key really walk up to Wanda and slap the shit out of her. I've been told y'all that I've been waiting for the day for Melody or Kimmy to get off into Wanda's ass. Because I love me some Miss Wanda. But the shit that Wanda be doing, Miss Wanda should have got her ass popped a long time ago, quiet as it's kept. With that being said, everybody has some blame. Marceau, you got to take some of the blame. Because again, the way that you handle Martell is very weird to me and a lot of other people. We don't understand how Martell can do the shit that he does and say the shit that he does. And you still want to befriend Martell and work with Martell. The shit is weird. And then you get mad at Wanda because Wanda takes the information and then basically starts to, low key in a way. I can see how Marcel could say it's disrespectful, but all I'm saying is like y'all give Wanda the ammunition and then get mad when she pulled the gun out. You know what I'm saying? Like, here go the ammunition for the gun, but you better not pull the gun out. It's almost like, you know what, that might be the wrong analogy. It's almost like sitting candy in front of a child and then telling the child not to touch the candy. Y'all put all this stuff out there, and then here come Messy Wanda, and y'all think Miss Wanda not going to take that information. When it's like y'all putting it out there. Y'all put stuff out there, and then y'all get mad when it's used. And yes, Miss Wanda shouldn't use the information because that's your family member. But at this point, 4 or 5 seasons into the show, y'all know how Wanda moved. Then here come Tisha just sounding crazy. And that's the nicest way I can put it. Like, Tisha, girl, you looked real crazy at that table, girl. Like, really trying to defend your mama in every which way. No, Miss Wanda wrong. Some shit you just can't defend. So what did she say? You know what the fuck Wanda been saying, Tisha. You know what I'm saying? Melody does not, I know I've said this, Melody does not have to have a reason to go off on Wanda. She don't. Miss Wanda has done enough shit for Melody to go off on Wanda. That's why it's kind of like, girl, low key, somebody said this. Low key, well, I don't think that at this time, I don't think Wanda was talking about the kids. I think that was more of a jab at Melody than it was at the kids. I wish Melody just would have, I want Melody to tell Tisha, listen to this, I'm going to tell you this, Tisha. I'm not going to say anything about Miss Wanda on social media or any place else, the show. But if Wanda says anything about my family, which includes me or my kids, I'm cussing her ass out. So I'm putting the ball in Miss Wanda's court. At that point, of course, Tisha's still probably going to be offended. So you mean to tell me you're going to cuss my mom out if she's... Yes. Matter of fact, I might slap the shit out of her. Melody has given Wanda grace. She has. She has. But it's weird that, girl, y'all won't. And see, listen, I will say this much. In defense of the Scott brothers, ain't no in defense, girl. Because I don't know shit about no Mark. I don't keep up with Mark. I don't know what Mark be saying on social media. Girl, first of all, I didn't even know he had a social media page, okay? But Mark is not on the show. Clearly, they're about to usher Mark into the show. So we'll probably see a lot from Mark, especially next season. So clearly, they're about to usher Mark in. But Mark is not on the show. So in a way, it's kind of like, girl, why are we even addressing Mark? You see what I'm saying? Because up until now, we've heard Mark's name, but we didn't. Girl, Mark not on the show. Wanda's on the show. But even with Mark not being on the show, Kimmy still has a point. Your brother, even though he's not on the show, up until now, your brother act a fool on social media and y'all don't do shit about that? So why y'all all talking about Wanda? About the only one that got some sense in that group is, I ain't gonna say got some sense, but the only one that the only one I really go up for is Kimmy. Everybody else, and a little girl, I was about to say back in the day it was a little bit of Tisha too. But the only one I really go up for is Kimmy. Everybody else, girl, chop block. They're on the chopping block. Kimmy, that's it. That's the only one. Everybody else, girl, it's kind of like, okay, girl, it is what it is, child. That's it, child. I'm done. I think I covered everything. Yeah, did I cover everything, y'all? Miss Wanda ain't going nowhere. Miss Wanda ain't going nowhere. And even if she do go somewhere, girl, I guess y'all gonna start voting people off the island, starting with Martell. Because if you really want to break it down, girl, Martell is probably the common denominator. He's the reason why, of course, him and Melody have issues. He's the reason why, low key, Marceau and what's the face? Marceau and him start to have issues. He's the reason why Miss Wanda be saying the shit that she be saying. On top of that, Miss Wanda messy too. But girl, you see what I'm trying to say? Martell is really the issue. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye.